This season on Greenhouse Big Brother, we had intense competition. Sammy's spelling bee. All right, next is Mississippi.
Oh, fuck you.
Sage was in first by a split
Hell
second.
yeah.
Dylan with a score of 12.
Ooh. Wow.
Jewel and Chubi both had a wide range of strategy.
If you don't vote for me for at least the first 2 rounds. How's that sound? No? Maybe? I'll think about it. Can I get a yes?
And you know what the funny part is, bro? I envisioned who the players that I would want to make an alliance with, and it's literally you guys in here right now. Who can I trust most in this game right now?
You have won the power of veto.
We started this alliance at the beginning, bro. Please,
I know.
please veto me.
You know what? I was actually thinking that I'm going to use my veto on Ryan.
Cookies, you have been evicted. And brutal betrayal.
Can I trust you, Jewel?
Yeah, of course.
No, hun, look me in the eye. I want you to fucking look me in the eye, Jewel!
I genuinely did not know he thought that of me.
All I'm saying is we see how Sage plays Mafia. She's a snake, bro.
Oh, whoa! God,
I feel stressed out. I really need the money. I'm down bad right now.
She got a lot going on.
And I love Chubi. Do. And so, I mean, whatever happens, happens.
Chubi, you have been evicted. Who will win? Find out right now on the season finale of Greenhouse Big Brother. The final 3. How this is going to work. Usually there is a 3-part head of household. We're going to mix it up a little bit. It's a little different over here in the greenhouse. We have 2 parts of the final head of household competition. The winner of the final head of household will choose who sits next to them in the final 2. So we're going to jump into part 1 of our head of household competition. Who, what, where, when, and why. We will have 6 questions which relate to a series of events that happened in the game, okay? You guys will either answer 1 or 2, as we always have, for option 1 and option 2. You will keep your answer on your finger away off screen, and then when I ask to reveal, you will do that, okay? At the end of it, the top 2 point getters will move on. If there's a tie for the winner or the bottom 2, we will have our tiebreaker. Do you guys understand? The best 2 scores will move on to the final head of household. Question 1. Which came first? Option 1, the underdog HOH. Option 2, the chat HOH. All right, heads up. The correct answer is underdog HOH. So Goofy, you're going to get a point, okay? Question 2. Which came first? Option 1. Cookies being evicted. Option 2. Dylan winning the word search veto. All right, heads up. The correct answer is Cookies being evicted. Goofy and Jewel, you both get a point for this. Question 3. What happened second? What happened second? Option 1, the categories veto competition. Option 2, the scavenger hunt veto competition. All right, keep your hands up, heads up. The correct answer is categories veto competition. Jewel and Samantha, you both get a point here. Question 4, was Ryan evicted before or after Sammy's spelling bee veto competition? Option 1 is before. Option 2 is after. The correct answer is after. All right, next question. Which happened first? The chain reaction HOH or the word search veto? Option 1, chain reaction HOH. Option 2, word search veto. 1, everyone got this correct. So the current standings with 1 more question to go. Jewel with 4. Goofy and Samantha both with 3. If there's a tie for second, we will go to a tiebreaker. All right. What happened first? The undead HOH or the double eviction? What happened first? Option 1, undead HOH. Option 2, double eviction vote. Heads up. The correct answer is undead HOH. So Samantha, you will have 3, Goofy will have 4, and Jewel will have 5. So Jewel and Goofy will be moving on to the final part of the final head of household. The winner of this competition chooses who sits in the final 2 with them. All right. So the 6 out of the 7 jurors, there are only 6 right now. I asked each of them a series of questions on their way out. I am going to give you 2 options. You have to pick what you think they said. Just like the last round, we'll tally up the points. And we have 2 potential tiebreakers if we need to go to there. Okay? You guys ready? All right. Question 1. We asked Dylan, why do you think you were targeted so soon? Option 1. I was targeted because Sage and Goofy teamed up and voted me out because I was the game's biggest threat. Or option 2, I was targeted because Sage and Goofy teamed up and they are the strongest threat. Heads up. The correct answer is option 1. So Jewel, you are going to get the point here. Question 2. You guys ready? We asked 5, what went wrong? And she said option 1. Honestly, I don't think I talked enough and had people trust me. Option 2. Honestly, I didn't make enough alliances and I was too nonchalant. Heads up. You both received a point. You were correct. All right. Question 3. We asked Nimbs, were you unlucky or was there a reason you went home? Did he say, I couldn't unmute and Jewel was going for me? Or did he say, funny enough, I couldn't unmute and Goofy was going for me? He did say one of these. All right, heads up. The correct answer is Jewel. All right, Jewel, you have 3 and Goofy, you have 2. We have 3 more questions, guys. All right, we asked Chrono, what was your favorite part of today? Option 1, scheming, lying, and backstabbing. Or option 2, people showing their true colors. All right, heads up. The correct answer is option 2. All right, Jewel, you currently lead 4-2. If you get both of them right, you obviously win. If you get this right and Goofy gets 1 wrong, you also win. We asked Chubi, what was your biggest mistake? Was it option 1, playing honestly? Or option 2, telling my story? All right. Heads up. The correct answer is option 1. Congratulations, Jewel. You are the final head of household. You are guaranteed making it to the final 2. Samantha, you can turn your camera on now. All right, guys. We're going to have 5 minutes of group discussion, okay? Once again, before Jewel makes her decision of who she wants to bring to the final 2. All right, 5 minutes starting now.
I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave.
Oh my god. Congrats. Whatever you choose, I support it. Respect it. I hope it means bringing me, but it's okay if it's not.
Awkward.
I'm gonna let you hang out with Goofy, or I'm gonna have him come in here because I want to give us both adequate time to talk, and then we can probably reconvene together.
How you feeling?
I mean, did we do it or did we do it?
We did it, nigga.
Okay, so
It comes down to it. I would be okay in the final 2, even if it's just me and you. You know what I'm saying? I'll be okay with either of us win. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Too.
Yes! Give me some, yeah! Yeah, we did that shit, bro. Fuck it, nigga got a W, squad W, bro. You know, we know what has to happen now. Samantha's got to go.
I knew this. I was hoping you would freaking win.
I wanted to win, but I just kept, bro. I'm ass at this shit, bro.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I mean, you're in the freaking. You're about to be in the top 2, so you're not that ass. Clearly.
I mean, I guess, man. I'll take it, bro. I'll take. He's hit us a game of chance, so.
So, Jewel, you are going to have the opportunity to take whoever you want with you to the final 2. But they're going to have 30-second final pleas beforehand, okay? Goofy, you're going to be first. You're going to have 30 seconds to give one final plea for why Jewel should take you to the final 2. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, 30 seconds starting now.
I mean, you already have a great chance already, I think, going into the final. If it's a jury that's going to vote on who's winning, I can't see everybody voting for me. I didn't perform well. I kind of lofted into the end. You know what I'm saying? So I am here, but I'm just here. You know what I'm saying? So I think you have the best chance if it's me. Samantha, she played a better game, I think, overall. She's a better player overall. She made better choices overall. And, you know, I think you have a better chance to beat me. So.
All right, Samantha, you're going to have 30 seconds to give one final plea for why Jewel should take you to the final 2. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, you have 30 seconds starting now.
So I know at the end of the day, we're playing our own games, but Jewel, I respect your game a lot, and I'd love if you took me with you to the final 2. I think it'd be awesome the first time that we have a big brother that it's 2 females in the very end. That'd be really cool. But I totally understand if you think for your game that it would be better to take Goofy. I respect whatever play you do, and I'm glad that we're the final 3.
Jewel, it is your responsibility to vote out the final member of the jury. Please cast the final vote to evict.
I vote to evict Samantha.
All right, Samantha, let me give you your jury roll. Congratulations to Jewel and Goofy Wise. You guys are the final 2. Congrats. You have made it as far as you can possibly go. At this point, you guys can talk to each other, but I need to go talk to the jury for about 10 minutes, okay? All right, jury, you guys can turn on your cameras. I just want to talk to you guys for a little bit. Have a little round table. I guess I just want to see like what you guys value as jurors. Talk about the final 2 a little bit, and what I guess just have an open discussion of like who deserves to win amongst yourselves. So, what do you guys think?
Let me tell you, Jewel has been playing the crap out of this game. And something that I am, as a juror, looking at is who has played this game. Best, to be honest. Because I like both Jewel and Goof, so.
Yeah. Well, and he even said during the statements for Jewel to pick, he said for most of the game, a lot of people could perceive me as floating, and then it wasn't towards the end that he was more active in the competition. So he said some people could see that as that's not a good thing.
Goof has a way with words for sure.
Yeah. So he helped me
Can't
change
get over
my vote.
him lying though. Him really not trusting me. I was telling the truth the whole time.
Can I ask a question, guys? Can I ask a question? What? Raise your hand if you had an alliance or were working with Jewel. All right, guys, let me ask the same question. Raise your hand if you had an alliance or were working with Goofy at any point.
Oh yeah, that's me. That's me for sure.
Ah, so the alliances are starting to come out. Are you guys surprised? Sage, you had a pretty tight alliance with Goofy Wise the entire game. I saw you guys in that private room a million times.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, that's right.
My thing was I had his back. I didn't even need to meet with him anymore because I was 1000% sure he had my back. Literally until that whole chrono thing, which I had no control over. So then it's at that moment he lost all trust in me, and that's when it went downhill.
Nimbs, do you have any thoughts?
What I miss?
No. It's hurt, it's hurt.
Double eviction, got you.
Yeah.
I think me and Nimbs are both probably on the same page of just Jewel does dirty, so that's it.
did you guys have like a talk where you guys were keeping each other safe?
It was kind of sort of. It was like me, Sage, and Nimbs, but
And Goofy sometimes.
it's Goofy. I didn't know Goofy was involved, but it wasn't like a for sure alliance. Yeah, we're cool buds, but it's like, you cool with me? We good? And he's like, yeah, you cool with me? We good? I was like,
All
yeah.
we know is we knew that Goofy and Sage, you know, if it was coming between me or Goofy or me or Goofy or Five, she would choose Goofy, and same with Goofy. So I was like, we already knew that.
Yo, if someone were to ask me, Dylan, Goofy Wise and Jewel are going to be ending up in the final 2, how do you think that they played which allowed them to be there? And I would give you pretty much the reason of why they're there. Jewel, because she's sly, she is somewhat silent, but she sneaks around just like in Mafia, and she always ends up in the final rounds. Goofy Wise, because he's a smooth talker, he's an influencer, he's an entertainer, and we keep him around. That's why. So I'm not surprised they're both there, because they both play to the abilities like they do in Mafia as well.
True.
Who do you guys think deserve to win?
Goofy.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's interesting because we all said that Jewel was a big threat from the beginning, and still she got to the end. So
she had HOH so many times.
Yeah,
like
and you have
she's kicked our butts in challenges. We couldn't get rid of her even if we wanted to.
You have to give credit to her that she's played the entire game, and that is something that is respectable, especially if you got it to the final 2. It's one thing to play the game and then you get out, and then there's one thing to play the game really well and then you get to the final 2.
Yeah, I like both. Jewel was low key and snuck her way up, and then Goofy was like, Goofy was everywhere and very obvious, and we still let him get to where he is. You know what I mean?
I can't believe Goofy made it this far. That is so crazy. I really thought, not that he's a bad player, but like I really thought that he was just gonna get himself voted out because he talks so much.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's like it's crazy but it's like 2 opposite ends of the spectrum. I love it. It's the best of both worlds right now.
This is a great game.
This has been a great game, guys. I gotta say.
Either way, to be honest, both of them did really play a great game.
Oh shit!
Hey guys.
Here we go. Oh shit! Here we go.
Hey guys, congratulations again on making the final 2. Give yourselves a round of applause, everyone. Just clap, dude. This has been a great game.
Honestly,
this has
been
the first of what I think will be many Greenhouse Big Brothers. How this is gonna work to our final 2. Each juror is gonna have a chance to ask a question to either one or both of you. One question. You will have 1 minute to answer each question. Okay. All right. Up first is gonna be Dylan.
All right. So this is my question, Jewel. If there is one thing that you could change about how you played, one thing that you can do over, what would you do over?
I would, the time that I put up Nimbs, Mike 5, and Sage, I would have switched Nimbs for, I don't know, I can't say who I would switch now, but I feel like I would not put him up at that particular moment.
All right. Anything else, Dylan?
Goofy. I want to be consistent. I don't want to ask you a different question because that might be unfair. So I will say the same question to you. If you could change anything about your game tonight, how you played, redo any instance, what would you change?
Honestly, bro, I hate feeling like I have to backstab people or betray them. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to be in the final 2, but if there was a way for me to win where I didn't have to backstab anybody at all, you know what I'm saying? Where it's not Big Brother, you know what I'm saying? That would be cool, you know what I'm saying? Because honestly, it feels like cool to win, but it also feels fucking terrible, bro. It feels horrible, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like cringe, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Nimbs. Or no, sorry, 5. 5, you're up.
Jewel. How did I get myself voted out?
I think it was just the laid back nature, quiet. Basically, kind of what you said in your answer. Like you didn't really form any alliances. Like, well, not forming alliances, but you didn't really talk a lot. And
Got you. And Goofy, who do you think was your best alliance?
Oh, by far, me and Jewel. Me and Jewel settled up early, bro, and told her we were gonna go top 2, and we fucking did it, bro. Gang. From the jump, bro. From the jump. I said we made an alliance, but within our alliance, it's gonna be me and you, Jewel. And we were like, all right, for sure. And that's what we did, bro.
All right, next up is Nimbs.
I got one question for Jewel. Real quick, let me take this off. I got cold. Hold on, let me just get some. Give me a sec. All right. So fake like I'm crying. All right. So look, why do you hate me, Jewel? The second time I got intimidation, you put me there. The third time, you put me there, and then I was tied. You know, and then you eliminated me like 3 times. Don't worry about that. It was 3. Just why me?
it was definitely not personal. I do not hate you. I think you're very nice, kind soul. But no, it just happened that way, honestly. You just collateral damage, basically. Like having to choose and having to say, okay, who can I not choose? And basically whittling it down to who do I have to choose? And a lot of times you were like, I had to choose you,
It's okay, it's okay. I understand. And Goofy?
Yes, sir.
What's your skin routine?
What's my what?
Your skin routine,
Oh, what I could do, I like to I don't scrub so much. I just do a lot of rinsing, you know what I'm saying? Every night before bed I do like a little skin lotion, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Keep me glowing. Also good lighting helps too.
Chrono, you're up next.
Whew, all right, we just gotta get this out the way. Goofy, why'd you do it to me, my G?
Oh, I didn't do nothing to you. I stuck by you to the end, bro. I voted for Chubi out, bro.
Okay.
No, I was the only person that didn't flip.
Okay.
And granted, it was the hardest thing for me to do because
Chubi
told us her story.
That's good. Let me get to Jewel. Jewel, you played this really well, I feel like. Was this a game plan that you had going into Big Brother, or did this something you just developed on the way?
Yeah, it was something that happened in the game, definitely for sure. The only game plan I had coming in was just to switch up a little bit from my, I'm pretty usually like very quiet, like throughout the whole time until like closer to the end. This time I kind of wanted to like be a little bit more vocal, use my opinion and my power a little bit more intentionally. And yeah, that was my only plan going in, but everything else happened in game.
All right, next up is Chubi.
All right. It was really kind of hard to figure out a question. So I think I'm just gonna both give you one. What decision did you make in the game that you think put you here? Like what specific thing? You know what I'm trying to say?
I think honestly it was making my alliance with Jewel early on, and then that was it. I think that carried me. I mean, obviously the bigger alliance helped a lot too.
Hey Goofy, could you sit up? I love you to death. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Obviously the bigger alliance helped, but I think Jewel's such a good player that it honestly got carried to the end. And yeah, thanks for the piggyback ride.
I'm gonna go with, I think definitely a turning point for me was voting out Dylan. Because obviously he's a very strong player. He was strategizing from the beginning. He had a lot of good moves and like group plays that we all kind of went with. And we all decided that we were gonna keep the person, that was the plan, whatever. Obviously along the way I changed my mind on that. It was him and Sage, and something Sage said is actually what made me, it was just like a chance. Like I was just like, Sage said her people got her, and I just was like, I just wanted to see how many people that was.
All right, Sage, you're up.
Very interesting information I just learned listening to this. Goof and Joel. Wow, that's crazy. Goofy. Question. Why didn't you trust me, man, when I told you truth?
Honestly, it was the vote that went differently. And when you said you voted for her, and then you said you were HOH, and this point in the game, I was too scared to be wrong at that point. You know what I mean? And then knowing that I already had an alliance with Jewel, like a top 2 alliance, I'm like, well, I had to betray you at some time anyway. So like, even if it wasn't true, I was like, this is probably my best bet anyway. Because looking you in the eye any other way would have been so much harder. So I'd rather it go out that way than to be like, you know what I'm saying? To be like, so Goofy, you just did that in cold blood. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do it. My heart couldn't take it. So I'm sorry. I feel horrible. If that makes you feel any better, I'm sure it doesn't, but I feel horrible.
Okay, and Jewel, after keeping me so many rounds, why did you vote me out that last one?
Because I already had an alliance with Goofy. Like he said, we had a kind of like a plan from jump. We did have a bigger alliance, but our little alliance was the one that was kind of pushing, everything. And it was just, and I also had an alliance with Samantha. So, she was part of that alliance as well. So just like, had to.
Samantha, you're up.
First off, GG. Good game. I respect it. I have 2 questions. They're both different. I'll start with Jewel. Jewel, what alliance were you most faithful to? I'm assuming now it's prevalent. It's the Goofy. but I mean, you made a lot of alliances with people.
Well, see, Goofy and I ended up forming 2 alliances. That's basically how it kind of made it stronger, because we were in an alliance with like a couple more people, and then however we came to talk to each other alone, we kind of built our own alliance separately. So having that more concentrated form of trust was like, all right, we're gonna just focus on this right here, this little morsel of, people or whatever. Yeah, and it was just, like I said, we kind of worked well together without even kind of like doing it on purpose in a way.
Goofy. A lot of people may say that you played a little light in the beginning of the game.
What do you mean by light?
You're playing like more aloof. You're playing more as like you seemed from the outside to kind of be in, everyone's good corner.
I think that's kind of like how I always play these kind of games. I'm kind of always just fucking around in the beginning. You know what I mean? I feel like when players are super serious up front, this is my own strategy, my own meta. I think when players are super serious up front, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it can serve as a way to accrue threat level. You know what I'm saying? So if you're super high in threat level early on, that's a longer target on your back for a longer time. You know what I'm saying? And if people are making split decisions, you know what I'm saying, they're going to think in their head, okay, who do I want to get out? They're probably going to, in my logic, they're going to think of the person who's been the biggest threat the longest time. You know what I'm saying? And who is still the present threat. So I always try to play that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Try to chill out, kind of ease into it. It works good for my ADD too. So I'll admit. But yeah.
All right, I just spun the wheel to determine who is going to go first in their 1-minute final statement to the jury. I selected randomly that Jewel would be going first. You're going to have 1 minute to give one final plea to the jury for why you should win. You have 1 minute starting now.
Why I should win? I don't know if I could answer that question from you guys' perspective, because a lot of you may feel like I slighted you in a way, in the way I played the game. Obviously, like I said, a lot of the choices I made was with the alliance of having Goofy in mind. And other choices I made was off of human being emotions and stuff. So yeah, I mean, just vote how you feel like you want to vote. Glad that I was able to be a part of this and play this game with you guys. And yeah.
All right, Goofy, you're gonna have 1 minute to give one final plea for why you should win. All right, you have 1 minute starting now.
I want to first thank everybody for being here today. This is monumental. This is awesome for Sammy's, career, bro. I think this is super dope. You know what I'm saying? And I'm lucky to be a part of it. Lucky to be in the final two. And I'm just grateful, bro. I had a blast. You know what I'm saying? I love you guys. You guys are awesome people. Y'all are welcome to vote however you please. No hard feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm just happy to be here, bro. And I really appreciate y'all. Let's go! You know what I'm saying? Love y'all.
Your mic cut out for the better half of that, but we appreciate you. Everyone, please mute up, including Goofy and Jewel. One by one, I'm going to pull the jury into the kitchen and get your votes. All right, jury, please remain muted this entire time. I will reveal the votes in reverse order. You need 4 votes to win. The winner will be walking away with $500. Samantha voted for Jewel to win. Sage voted for Jewel to win. Chubi voted for Jewel to win. Chrono voted for Goofy to win. It's 3-1 for Jewel to win. Nimbs voted for Goofy to win. 3-2. 5 voted for Goofy to win. It all comes down to Dylan's vote. The winner of the first ever Big Brother Greenhouse Edition by a vote of 4-3. The winner is
Okay.
Goofy Wise. Congratulations, you are the winner.
Oh!
Everyone can turn their cameras on.
Let's go. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm fucking gone. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.